Hello friends. My name is Veronica Fernandez. And you are watching my YouTube channel. Let's start today's topic. Where does the soul go after suicide? Sad but true, there's a lot of people have contemplated suicide at one time or another. When times get very difficult, and it seems like there is no way to turn things around, then suicide pops up into the mind as a way out to end the misery. I often get asked what happens to the soul after suicide, and, as a psychic medium, I have been able to provide a sense of peace to many loved ones by explaining what my experiences has been with souls who took their own life. Since every person's spirit is different, there is no way to predict exactly what would happen if someone were to commit suicide. It depends on the circumstances and the life path that particular soul decided on before becoming embodied. However, what I have learned from souls on the other side is that there are three basic situations that they can choose after death. 1. Sticking around. Some souls who have committed suicide decide to stay bound to this life for a little while instead of moving immediately into the light. I believe this is what happened when my aunt took her own life. For a week after her death, I could feel her presence strongly around me. I was getting a tone of signs from her and knew that she hadn't fully crossed over. Sometimes, souls don't cross over right away because they regret their decision almost as soon as they have made it. They may hope that keeping their consciousness in this plane will allow them to come back to finish living as they were before, in spite of their life circumstances. More often though, they stick around because they want to communicate with loved ones that they left behind. Once they recognize that it's not possible for them to come back, or feel they have gotten their message to their loved ones on the earthly plane, they cross over with an acceptance of what they have done and enter into oneness with Source. Rest assured, they are not alone. Their spirit guides and angels assist them in accepting their new reality and help them transition smoothly. 2. Hanging out. Souls who have committed suicide may also decide to first go to a resting place to reflect on their life before they fully cross over. This is not a place of purgatory, as you may imagine, but rather, a peaceful, loving energetic space where the soul takes the time it needs to come to terms with its actions and release negative energy that may make crossing over difficult. In this resting place, the soul can get support from spirit guides and other spiritual helpers to release shame, guilt, and anger. This helps raise their vibration, so they can accept their passing and move on to the other side. Souls can choose how long they hang out in this resting place before fully moving into the light. Some stay for what equates to minutes while others stay for years, depending on what energy they are grappling with. You may not feel your loved one around as much while they are in the resting place. 3. Crossing over. Once a soul has shed any negative energy residue from their suicide or the circumstances leading to their suicide, they're able to fully cross over into the light to be with Source. Once there, they're able to assist the living on earth by being a spirit guide if they choose to. These souls often assist others who, like themselves, imagine suicide as the only way out or who are dealing with similar life situations they lived through. The afterlife is a place of perfect peace where souls remain until they are ready to reincarnate again. Once there, you will be able to feel, sense, and even communicate with your loved one in heaven if you wish to. How you can help? If someone you love has committed suicide, you may feel helpless. I know I did when my aunt passed away. You may feel more than grief at their death because you were unable to say goodbye or prevent their suicide. But there are still things you can do to bring yourself and your loved one's soul peace. Open yourself up to spirit so that you can communicate with your loved one and they with you. If you are having difficulty feeling that connection, be patient with yourself and spend some time in meditation in order to become more sensitive to spirit. Your loved one wants to communicate with and comfort you. Death is the shading of our physical bodies, our souls always exist, and so your loved one is always nearby. They hear you when you talk to them. And they can reply, and they will, if you are open to the ways in which they can do that. Communicate with them. That is what they want. They want you to know that regardless of the way they died, they are still available to guide you.